Welcome back to Hazardous Endeavors.
Yes! Hello!
Yes, indeed. The Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition Actual Play Podcast brought to you by Digital and Dice. I am your host, Mark, and joining me are the players. Zan playing Victus.
Hello.
Lady Crass playing Lindo Espino, the Beautiful Thorn.
Hello, hello.
Voiceover guy Brian playing Wilf Tradewind.
Hello, hello.
And, of course, sound guy Stephen playing Jackson Shaw.
Greetings.
And where we last left our intrepid adventurers, we were mid-combat versus a couple summoned demons that you had stumbled upon in a secret entrance, or exit, as it were.
Belugas.
Barlguras.
Oh.
Yes,
two
large ape-like things, orange fur,
belugas.
purple-skinned.
Like dire
belugas.
orangutans with meaty, chainy, fisty punches.
Yes. Agreed, yes. And we were just at Lindo's turn as they had rushed forward and slammed their giant meaty fists into several of you.
Rude.
Disagree.
So, Lindo, it is your turn.
It is my turn.
You have advantage on attacks because they reckless attacked.
Yes. Basically, they gained advantage on all their melee attacks, but this now all attack rolls against it have advantage until its next turn.
Ooh, helpful.
So, advantage on your attacks.
Excellent. I say something like, "Back off, foul beast!" But I say it in deep speech. Because, why not? So it's like, because
Victus is alarmed.
I am upset. Demons scare me. Okay,
Right.
let's see.
And you are attacking the one that was on the left, so.
It is a 19 plus a 6.
25 hits, absolutely.
I do not have all these dice. What are they expecting of me?
Alright.
Okay, okay. So that is a 7, that is a 10, that is a 21 plus 3, so 24.
24 points of damage. Alright. And let's see.
La Rosa, stabby stab!
24, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And the stranger whips around and whips it back.
Alright, roll it. Alright.
8.
Nah, seems like the stranger might be a little numb at the moment.
Oh.
So,
Stop sitting on it.
Victus, it's your turn.
What do you
Stone
want from me?
skin.
You cast Stone Skin. Okay.
No.
Do you remember
No.
what Stone Skin does?
It's the one of the only defensive spells I have.
Okay.
That's most of what I remember.
Thanks to D&D Beyond, I'm able to pull that spell up right now. Please, sponsor us, D&D Beyond.
Please.
It grants you resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage until the spell ends, which lasts 1 hour.
Sweet.
And I believe does require concentration.
What? Seems like BS.
You can concentrate on one spell at a time, basically. So,
One concentration spell.
yes. Jackson, it is your turn.
All right.
This is how I solve
Straight
the
out
no weapon
attack.
problem.
Straight up attack.
Yep, straight up attack.
Go for it.
How does a 16 do?
A 16 hits.
Okay. That's going to be 3d8 plus 3. 10, 18, 21.
Okay. These are fiends.
Okay.
So if you do have a, if you do smite, count that into your extra bonus damage.
Good to know.
Sweet.
And let's try that second attack.
Okay. So how much damage was that on the first one?
21.
21 points of damage. Okay.
Oof.
And I think I will.
Hell yeah!
Second spell slot.
Ooh.
Crit smite.
Okay. Second level spell.
All right.
Smite with your bonus dice from it being a fiend.
Hell yeah!
So I'm gonna have to do this, I believe, in waves.
How many die 8s do you need?
Actually, I have enough.
Go for it.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and add all that up.
That's disgusting.
That's
Oh no,
just has
never mind.
spare
I will actually need 2.
Eh?
I got 2 over here, or you can borrow 2 of... there you go.
Oh, here's my little mace and a pink one, so you definitely know which ones are mine.
All right.
All right.
How many die 8s is that?
Lots.
17.
All right, then.
Oh, shake that shit in the mic. Oh, sounds so good. Beautiful.
Okay.
That's just gross.
10.
That's just morbidly obese. Wait.
20.
Aw.
I hope everyone out there likes the sound of that many dice rolling.
Yeah.
Chicka.
Perhaps that is great. The wait for counting them all.
Sorry.
Less.
30.
Just keep.
42.
It gotta be done.
Oh, yeah.
46.
I'm almost there.
47, 48.
Yes.
51.
Keep going.
56.
Happy birthday.
59. 66.
And it's happening.
That would be 74
And
damage.
finished.
74 points of damage. I would like to point out that that would have killed it even if it hadn't taken any damage. As your sword blazes to brilliant light, as you swing it down in an arc that leaves a trail of light and fire in everyone's vision for just a moment, as your sword bites down dead center in the middle of its face, and you pull the sword down as you feel almost no resistance as the fire and the bright, brilliant energy burns directly through it. And your sword swings down and clangs against the ground, burying itself a few inches down into the stone beneath it as the demon splits neatly in half and then just dissipates into that acrid smoke back kind of in both directions behind it.
Lady Crass, was that good for you?
Oh, hell yeah.
I turn around. You're next.
It looks at you because it's standing over Victus and Wilf at this moment, and it looks up at you with these just hate-filled eyes, and it just growls out.
It's so mad.
Wilf, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually going to attack this one as well.
Okay.
Using that wonderful advantage, because, you know,
You're an advantage.
jerk ass. Well, I'll take the 19 on the dice, so that is a 26 to hit.
Okay.
And I'm going to call this a defensive flourish because I really don't want to get hit by that again.
Defensive flash.
Yeah. So, he goes ahead and takes 6 plus 4, 11 damage, and my AC goes up by 5 for
Okay.
a turn.
All right.
Oh, and then I'm gonna strike again. Sorry.
Go for it.
And
Apology not
unless
accepted.
a 10 will hit,
It does not.
we're gonna just pretend that didn't happen.
Okay. So it kind of recoils back slightly, and it's still staring just daggers at Jackson. And it growls out another word in that kind of twisted language, and then disappears.
Oh, coward.
Okay. Lindo, your turn.
Wait, these guys are very tricky. I don't know if he's actually gone.
Be on your guard.
I am on my guard. I would like to use my senses.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
For once?
Yeah.
You won't believe it, but it is a 23.
A 23.
So I close my eyes, and I feel tinglings around me.
You kind of reaching out to see if you
Daredevil,
can maybe find out. And aside from a little bit of wind movement, maybe from the hole in the ceiling or the hallway behind you, you don't really notice anything.
I think it is actually gone because nothing is making me tingle right now. I think we're okay.
Okay. So after Lindo, you're just kind of reaching out and seeing if you can feel anything. You don't. Victus, your turn.
Can I perceive anything?
Reach out with your feelings. You know it to be true.
Reach out and touch.
You're wrong.
No.
Okay, so you
Personal
don't seem to notice anything in the area. You're just
I'm very busy holding this stone skin together.
Yes. Okay. Jackson?
Divine sense.
Okay, so you reach out with your divine sense, and you feel it. It's still here. It's still waiting in the shadows. Ooh. You can't pinpoint exactly where it is, but you know that it's still there.
Oh, them tingles.
Come out here, foul beast. I know you're still here.
He's tra-la-la.
Okay. Echoing off the cave walls, you hear that guttural voice, just kind of echoing around. You don't understand what it says, but you can tell whatever it was going for is a, just very hurtful remark.
So even
divine sense,
it said no location.
Right. Okay. In which case, you reach out and you feel it there, about 15 feet in front of you.
Reach out.
I move up, and I swing.
Okay. Divine sense is what action?
What?
What is the action for divine sense? Double check on the book for that.
As an action.
Okay,
Right,
so it was
never
your
mind.
action to know that.
Never mind.
But you're able to pinpoint it out and say, there. And Wilf, it is your turn.
All right. Let's go ahead and...
Excuse me, Jackson, when you return to the table there, did you tell anyone where it was? Because you can do that at the end.
Yes,
during
that
your
would
turn.
be part of that.
Okay.
He pointed and said, there.
Yes.
Okay. So Wilf, he points and says, there.
Yes, he
With
again
the sword.
pointed and he said,
There.
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 Like, there.
There?
Okay. There.
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 There?
There.
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 There. Okay.
Well,
I'm going to try to sorry.
Uh-huh.
That totally changed what life was all about.
All
I'm
right.
going to Sacred Flame right in that spot that he pointed there.
okay.
And that is a dex.
Dex save. 9.
Well, that certainly doesn't do it.
Okay.
So you take 2d8. And I will take that 6 and say fine of that whole radiant damage.
6 damage? Yep. Okay. So that sacred flame just writhes up its form, so you guys see this outline of it just wreathed in that brilliant radiance for just a moment
There!
as it
Hey, Victus, we found
roars
it.
out, and as that radiant flame dies out
It's
around
over
it,
there.
you see that form
Yes.
just at the last moment that the flame is on it
There.
lurch forward, and you hear that roaring
There.
as it comes echoing out. As
Yes.
Jackson, you feel the weight
There.
of this thing bearing down on you, and at the last moment, you feel these fists coming down at you. But it gets advantage because, well, A, it's angry, and B, it's invisible. So that is going to be a 25 to hit you for the first one.
Yes.
So its bite hits you. It's going to hit you with a fist, and that is a 22.
Yes.
And the other fist is going to also be a 22.
Fine.
So you take 11 from the bite, 9 from the first fist, and 9 from the second. So 29 points of damage altogether.
Oof.
As it bites into you and slams both of its giant meaty fists into you. The rest of you see it materializing again, the invisibility coming off of it as it's just bared down and slamming into Jackson, who jerks back and forth under each of the blows.
There!
Oh, I see it.
Lindo, your turn. You still get advantage on attacks because it is going recklessly at the one thing that seems like it's the massive, massive target.
I ran over there. I got you. I got you. And then I got him.
Okay. Rolled hit, you have advantage on the attack. Not that you need it, apparently.
You know, I could have gotten that crit.
It's true.
I was a 19 plus a 6. Oh, what?
My apologies. The armor. The upgrade for the armor
Yes.
negates crit from non-magic damage.
Okay, it didn't crit on you this time.
Oh, it didn't. Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
No, he crit on
No,
me.
it just hit
Crit
you
on
3
you,
times.
that's right. I tried.
Ow.
He crit the
11, 12,
crap out of
14,
me.
Yeah, you get the crap out of you.
17, 18, okay, 20.
20 points of damage as La Rosa slices it across the chest.
I got you.
All right, and then with the stranger.
I shake my hand a little. Okay, wake up.
Oh, that's it with advantage as well.
Yeah, you also have advantage with this one.
Ooh, that didn't help.
Okay. Yeah.
13.
A 13 misses, unfortunately.
I said wake up.
Victus, it is your turn.
That's what I get for naming you the stranger. We really need to get to know each other.
Given what is happening, he will drop Stone Skin,
Okay.
and instead will cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, you can keep Stone Skin on and cast Inflict Wounds. Concentration just means you can't cast another concentration spell.
Oh, thank you for the
No problem.
information. That's very helpful to know. Yeah. So I will keep Stone Skin then,
Okay.
which is nice. But I will still cast Inflict Wounds at second level.
Okay.
Would you say
Range?
because it's a holy
Yes, at a range.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
sorcerer, that was a clerical error?
You want me to shiv him for you?
Yeet.
Okay.
Advantage that.
Thank you.
There! There!
Well, that fell off of something.
Okay.
So, 25?
25 absolutely hits. 4 die 10 points of necrotic damage. Go ahead and roll. That beautiful,
4 die 10.
4 die 10.
4 die 10.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
These are dice.
What is this bean footage?
And why is it beautiful?
18?
18 points of damage. All
Who would want
right.
to put their feet in beans?
So once again, that kind of black beam of energy hits it and kind of burns into its side as it seems to flake some of the skin away, exposing some of the under muscle.
Oh, roll that beautiful beam footage.
And it
Ah.
recoils from it and shrieks out again in that language. As Jackson, you're able to step up.
All right.
You shake off its claws
Step
and
up 2, step up 3.
brandish your sword.
Step up 3 was not bad.
Well, it's a
I like
19 on
step
the
up
die.
Yeah, well, that is more than enough on its own to hit.
Yeah, so I will take a first level crit on that. First level smite on that.
Okay, I was like, I'll just take a crit on that. It's fine.
Let's just,
Yep.
let's
I'll
just
find that
assume.
later.
Let's just assume we're gonna.
Let's see.
Explode.
That is 12,
Don't touch my shoulder.
19,
It is
21,
covered in
25. That would be 33 damage on that one.
I am also covered in
33
your
points of damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Just exploded on this whole half of the room.
So, as you do
Nothing
that,
new.
you basically slice through right where that bolt of black energy had hit it. Your sword finds purchase, cuts through from side to side, shoulder to shoulder, as the top half just separates out. It's guttural groaning and sputtering as it falls to the dirt, and before it even hits, it dissipates back into that black, acrid smoke, and then just wafts away, leaving you all standing there in the cave as it goes quiet again, just the sound of bird song coming from the hole leading outside.
Okay. That sucked. How about we take a breather and have a short rest here, guys? I think
Yes.
that really would be a great idea.
Where is the sound of bird chirping coming from?
There's a hole in the ceiling near the other end of this cave. There doesn't seem to be any other entrances or exits from this place. Looks like this might have been the place someone ran to, but you're unsure unless you investigate further.
I would like to shimmy up that while they are chilling out.
All right, so we're gonna spend,
take a short
spend an
rest.
hour.
Yep.
I'm gonna sing them a little song about how to rest. I
Okay.
know that some might not be familiar with the sensation.
Right. But as you guys are taking a rest and you're kind of looking around,
I
just
can rest.
not really going out of your way per se to make any sort of investigation, but you are kind of giving a look around, especially Lindo looking up through the hole. But Lindo, as you're passing through on your way to the hole,
Please, not another
D6.
shiny light. Please, not another shiny light.
you pass by that odd statue that's about halfway through. And as you do, you see it kind of like in this cringing position, like almost like it was like pleading with something. But then you see the front of it and you see the face of what looks to be a tiefling man, but upon it, around the neck and up the side, you see a handprint, a large handprint that has been burned into the stone. Almost, and as you're getting a closer look, you note that it's not a statue made of stone, it looks to be ash, solidified, that this once living thing had been grabbed by the face by a massive gauntleted hand, and then just had its entirety reduced to compact ash.
I stick my hand in that thing.
You kind of reach your hand up and you kind of match. The hand in the hole is just giant compared to yours.
Huh. It is a big man.
And as you touch the
Or
ash
woman.
slightly, it just crumbles away from your hand as the entirety of the statue just cascades down.
Guys, I totally have that tiefling on my hand.
Don't breathe too hard.
All of you see this as Lindo's like, oh, and the statue in the middle just crumbles into nothing as the dust and ash just blow away and just pile up into the ground, leaving nothing but, well,
Pile of ash.
Yeah.
An ash pile of ash. Okay.
Ew.
Disgusting. That's
Well,
what that is.
that is
Well, come here.
pretty gross. No, don't you
Just
touch me.
just
I'll
come
press
here.
the digitation, clean Lindo off before he actually touches me, because that's not okay.
Aha.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Grandma?
you clean Lindo off a little bit before you get ash.
I have a question. Where does that stuff go? Like when you press to gauge something, does it just go into the ether? Is there like a...
No, I gather it up into a little bowl and then I flick it away with magic.
I just don't know if there's like some sort of like whole entire...
Wouldn't it be more of a plane of filth?
That's what I'm saying. Like a whole plane that it just goes poof to?
Note for that plane.
Well, I mean, there is theoretically a plane of filth.
I mean, because if I am all wet and you're like, press the digitation, where does all the water go? It doesn't evaporate, does it?
Yeah, it actually does. I'll just heat up the water particles mildly with my innate awesomeness, and it turns into steam. It's also why it's got like a nice crisp thing going on.
Victus, you would know just from as you're getting this flash of memory from when you were on the boat headed to this island, they mentioned that the head summoner was a tiefling of prominent stature, that he was, basically one of the lieutenants of the son of Bane. So you kind of piece that together like that. Certainly would, met the description of that before he dissolved into dust.
It seems as though the forces of Bane failed, and someone was punished.
Was he turned into a giant pile of tiefling screaming ash?
It seems as much.
Screaming Ash. That would be a really good song title.
We can work on that later, yeah.
We'll workshop it.
Lindo, you continue on your way as you guys are resting and trying to relax a little bit. But you make your way over to that hole that's in the wall.
Stick my head in the hole.
It seems a little odd that it would be there, but as you get closer, you're seeing what looks like old rope hanging down from the hole into this room.
I dug on the rope.
It looks, it's old, but it's not
Is it sturdy?
extremely old. Not so much. Like, it's been here for a long time, but not enough to disintegrate into nothing. So, but longer than this person had been there. So, someone in the intervening years had entered this place. And as the rest of you are kind of looking around during your rest, you'll note that towards one side of this room, opposite the hole in the wall, there's some damage that looks like something actually hit that wall and caused that hole. And then apparently put a rope down it. So you're kind of looking around, and at this point, the rest of you have stayed at one end of this room, except for Lindo, who meandered over to that side. But Lindo, your night vision isn't really good, so I
don't have any.
Right. And the closer you stand to this hole where the light is coming in, you're not really able to see further into the cave.
Nope.
But as Lindo is mentioning this rope, Jackson,
Hey, check it out.
You come walking
That's how light
up,
works.
and you're seeing, you see the rope, and you look further into where the cave, and as you're approaching that side of the room, you see an altar, a very familiar-looking altar to one that you had seen prior, a large statue of an armored figure. And this one seems to be wearing, aside from just the stonework itself, there is a belt wrapped around the statue, gleaming black metal.
If I'm not mistaken,
It's a rope.
this is one of the pieces. One of the foul pieces of armor we're looking for.
Okay, but I seriously think this is a hole with a rope.
Lindo.
Eh?
He grabs your head, turns you to the statue.
And I look in the dark.
It's really hard to see, but as he kind of moves you a little forward and you're getting a little better view, you certainly see the statue and the kind of glint of metal around its waist.
It's a belt.
Who nominates Lindo to touch that thing?
Sounds like a terrible, terrible idea for any of us too.
I'm going to point out that 3 of us have certain enhancements from a oppositional force.
Why, he is saying words. I just pull out my scarf. And I go on and pick it up.
Okay, so you pull out your scarf and you're thinking, okay, I'll just go with that.
Just like the other one.
When you're walking up to the statue, you're looking up at it. You'll have to climb up the base of the statue just to get to the belt, as tall as it is.
Oh, I got you. I will save the day. Ha ha.
And as the 4 of you kind of get together at that end of the room, you're starting to look at this, watching Lindo start to climb up the base. There's this sound behind you. This, it almost sounds like a blade being drawn across a whetstone, although it seems there's this tearing sound as well. And as you turn around,
almost there,
the other end of the room, the wall itself almost looks like it has been cut open, and this portal opens up in the wall, and this shadowy armored figure floats through, massive greatsword limbed in purple flame.
Shazbot.
I got to reach. Hold on, guys.
As it
Give me a push.
looks up, you can see that several pieces of its body are more firm and more opaque than others. Places where the armor looks like the same metal that you're looking at on the statue, but others where it's just shadow and smoke hasn't been gathered. And as it brings itself to its full height, you're looking at several pieces of the armor of Bane floating there at the other end of the room. And a single glint of light from one of the eye sockets of the kind of ephemeral-looking helm. And that, dear Digidicers, is where we're going to leave you for this episode.
Stuck on the statue.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Hazardous Endeavors. And until next time...
Game on, Internets!